Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob's Nerdy Knives. This is part 2 of a multi-part unboxing. Sever7 sent me a bunch of knives. Thank you, Derek. We're going to be looking at this Uncovsky knife. This is from the Czech Republic. This is my second Czech Republic knife ever to check out. I have an R&H Tasco 2, Gen 2. Let's take a look at this guy. All right, today we're looking at the Uncovsky. This is part 2 of my unboxing, multi-part unboxing. I don't know how many multi-parts we're gonna be. I'm gonna guess maybe 8, I don't know, but let's see. All right, so this is the Uncovsky. All right, so it's got a little note. Uncovsky early model, original buyer, requested a light detent. Okay, so this is, looks like a secondary one I'm getting to check out. Okay, this looks hand done, completely hand done. All right, very interesting. Definitely one that's been a user. I like that. So let's move the box out of the way. Nice little case. Very kind of a plush, if you will. All right, so it looks like titanium. Let's see, are those steel liners? No, all titanium. All titanium. Steel blade. I'm gonna guess if he's hand done that this is likely RWL34, maybe ABL. Does it say on here? Do we know? We do not know. So I'm gonna have to find out details later. Definitely titanium liner, no steel bar insert. This all looks hand milled. I mean, literally hand milled. That is cool. You don't find that often anymore. It's always nice to see. Sometimes it can be really cool. Sometimes it can be okay, right? And this one's kind of cool. I love the little kind of a ripple effect going on here in the milling. That's kind of neat. This does employ what we call a Spidey hole, but with a custom, it's totally allowed with Spyder Code. They have a certain, agreement for people, custom makers, to use them. Oh my, hold on. Whoa, wait, hold on. Whew. Okay, let's see. Now, when we drop, all right, we can catch. Nice. Okay, so that's great. I can drop it, catch it here on the choil. No guillotine on my finger. And then, oh yeah, that is nice. He did say I was a little light on the detent. I can tell. For sure, definitely a little light on the detent. You could tighten that up if you were bold enough to do so. Looks like we got T8s or T10s there. Hidden hardware right there, goes to the back. You can see a couple screws in there. There's the lock bar. It's definitely a liner lock with scales on top. And I'm assuming these are titanium. They look like it. They look like they're bead blasted titanium. So very cool. Got a big standoff back here where the screws. So I'm assuming that's sort of like a bolster or something like that, right? Not a captive pivot, but man, that action, that's nice. I can definitely feel it's a little weak, right? And let's listen to that detent. You can definitely hear it. Crispy, no detent lash. Well, it's dead nut centered, so that's great. All right, so I thought this was gonna be super aggressively sharp. I'm very happy to point out that this is not sharp. It's edgy. It's edgy, right? It's definitely there, but it's definitely been softened. It's not scrape your, well, maybe a little bit. Okay, it doesn't feel like it's scrape your nail crazy sharp because but maybe it's a little sharp. Yeah, I mean, being an early knife, I can definitely see that, and some, a full flat grind, which is cool. Because sometimes a full flat grind, can we do it? Yeah, middle finger bonus reverse flick, we can do that. Can we do it left-handed because it's a liner lock? Of course we can. So we got bonus flick. I like that. Now there's no front flipping, there's no jimping. So, I know that's probably not a priority for the designer, but if you'd put it up there, ooh, I could pop that probably pretty easy. But I got a couple of deployment methods. Can do, because of that full flat grind, gives you nice access right here. That's nice. How are we doing with the blade? Ooh, it does catch you a little bit there. All right, so you gotta be careful. If you dig in there too much, something pops in there, you got things in your pockets, you might catch that. As you can see, my nail can catch that. Yeah, so I can feel that. So if I'm reaching in there, it could cut me. That has been an issue on certain knives for me before. I've been cut like that, but this one, it's not terrible. It's not terrible at all. That looks like it might be brass or something. Maybe titanium, brass or copper, I don't know. Probably brass, or at least anodized, titanium, maybe brass anodized, I don't know, or bronze anodized. I like the action. I do not hate that blade shape. It's a little square, it's a little geometric, a little industrial, but I don't hate it. It almost looks like a shark, if you will, right? I don't know what the name of this knife is called. I don't even know. So I'm gonna put it right up here. Hopefully we'll find a name and I'll have it up here. I don't know what this is called, but it's very cool. Let me go look at his website real quick. If I can find it, I'll get it to you. All right, all I see is it's an Uncovsky knife, and it looks like it has a similar design, different blade shapes, different millings on there. So it seems to be kind of a standard model that he makes. It looks like he pretty regularly uses RWL34, usually at 63, 64 HRC, so that's cool. So that seems very reasonable for a custom knife maker. I like that. Very cool little knife. I like the first impressions, very good. Let's do a little zoom in and take a look at this knife. So here we have that full flat grind. If it's RWL34, which really makes a lot of sense to me, you've got the Spidey hole, and that's allowed for a custom knife maker, by the way, just so you know, right? It is loose a little bit. I might have to tighten that. We do have the full flat grind. I love the drop point here. That's a nice blade shape. We have a nice little kind of finger guard area, a little extra cutout here, easy access to the lock bar. There's no chamfering, but it's a straight up, and it's a little cutaway, so you can easily get to it to disengage it. So you see that without a lot of stress, so I like that. The corners have been softened. They could be softened just a little bit more. This is pretty edgy. He said this is one of the early ones, so I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some refinement going on, some of the edges and stuff like that. That's why I would want a non-gray blasted one like this, because I would have to fix that, right? I know the R&H knives, the Tasca 2, kind of had some of the same things, but I was able to fix that. So nice design. I like it. I have no idea the cost, no idea what these run. So all that is totally out of my understanding here at this point. And if I have any of that, I'll put it up here, or we'll have a link down below in the description. Look, this has definitely been a user. You can see a little scratch on the clip, which is typical. You got the screws, the hardware, no captive pivot. The liners themselves, the scales on the outside, milled clip. This should go in and out of the pocket, has some nice flexibility. We have the cutaway and the lock bar on the inside. It's very nice. The shape feels pretty good. A little bit wide right there, right? You have this is not a lanyard, but this is the standoff, a larger standoff. The lanyard is this little hole right here, one side. So you definitely have a lanyard. I think that's kind of cool. The lock bar is engaged. I'm going to say a good 80–90%. There is a slight looseness there. I want to see, are we at T10 or T15? It might be a T15. Let's see. Yeah, so I think it's a T10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just see if it's loose, just ever so gently, because I certainly do not want to scratch the blade if it's loose, right? Okay, it is in there tight, so who knows? He could have a bushing in there. So maybe this is as tight as it's going to go. And maybe it's phosphor bronze. So I never really did check. Let's see. Do we know? Yeah, that actually looks like phosphor bronze now that I look at it. So he could have bushing with phosphor bronze, and that's very possible in there. So not sure if that came up when I lit it. Let's do it one more time. You can see that. Sometimes it's easier to see from reverse. I think it's pretty much phosphor bronzes. I don't see the signs of bearings. So maybe he has bushings, and that's how he's getting it, kind of like a ballad song, right? Action is nice. I love the Spidey hole. Flicks really nicely, RWL34. Interesting blade shape. I do not hate it, right? And I'd love to see the progression of his design and how it looks if it continues to get more and more refined. So very, very cool. I think it's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and take a little, let's do this side. We'll do a little screenshot from this side. Want a little thumbnail for the video. I think this would be a nice one. That would be kind of cool, right? Let's do this right here. All right, so very cool. Like the little Uncovsky logo there. I think that's all kind of neat. Yeah, really neat little design. Neat little custom. This definitely feels like a full custom sort of thing. So very, very cool. All right, well, thank you again, Sever7, for allowing me to check this out. Appreciate all the loan knives. And thank you to Uncovsky. Let's see here. Uncovsky, I'm going to say, I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but Uncovsky Knives. Definitely kind of handmade. I see no reference to the name, just calling it the Uncovsky early model, original buyer. Requested a light detent, so he definitely got that. So, I mean, it's nice when you have a lighter detent for a thumb hole. I mean, I don't mind it personally. Part of the benefit of that, nice slow rotal open, right? You can do that left and right-handed, so there's that benefit. I think that's kind of cool. All right, very, very, very cool little knife. First impressions are not bad. It definitely is a light detent. Definitely is has some refinements that I think in a custom knife that could definitely send it to that next level, right? You could definitely round off some of the sharp edges. That's definitely the little details that a lot of people miss, and really sets you off from being like a really great custom maker to a like extreme custom knife maker, right? All right, well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Well, if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, or informative, would you please consider hitting the like button down below? And if you've already hit that like button, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. Subscribing and liking the videos really helps me out, allows me to do more things, produce more content, do more things ultimately for you guys. So thank you to everyone out there who watches the videos as part of the live stream, who's comments, who chats, and who's just out there in the whole community. I appreciate you. Thank you. Also, if you haven't already, maybe consider hitting that notification button down below so you can be notified of future content like this and other videos. And a big shout out to my channel members. I appreciate you. You guys do two amazing things. One, you encourage me. You really do encourage me. I don't do this full time, and so it's always nice to get recentered and rekindle my love for knives. Two, because of your generous support of the channel, you allow me to do things sooner than I ever thought I could. For instance, we can do once a week budget banger giveaway. So everyone's eligible for that. Whenever we have a live stream, we do a budget banger giveaway on Mondays usually, unless I'm traveling or don't have it because of some other activity or sick or whatever, right? But if you're here, we do a budget banger giveaway. So that's just want to let you know that. That's something that's really important. Also, it allows me to check out knives. Like I've got these ton of knives, I have to ship them back and they're not cheap. So that's going to be a big shipping expense. So I always appreciate you guys supporting the channel, allowing me to do all of that and then have the money for the licenses and stuff. I don't ever make money on this. Every penny I have goes back into the channel. So I'm always in the red, but I'm less in the red because of you guys. And you allow me to justify doing some of these things regularly. So I appreciate that. I really, really do. Thank you. Thank you. All right, if you're interested, you said, if you wonder, let me back that up. Let's start that over. So because of your generosity, I like to do two exclusive things for you guys. One, I like to give channel members a new channel sticker and a thank you note if I haven't already done so. So if you've never asked and never received a channel sticker as a new member or for your membership, email me your name and address. I'd love to mail you a channel sticker and a thank you note. Whether that's because you're like the other 99% of the people is that you're a brand new channel member, thank you, welcome. Or just because maybe you had a membership along and you never decided to reach out or you transferred in here. So thank you to every one of you guys out there. I sure do appreciate you for your support of the channel. I just want you to know that as well. So thank you. All right. As a result of those two generous things that you do for me, the other thing I do is also I do a once a month members exclusive giveaway, which is above and beyond the budget banger giveaway. We on once a week in that month, we'll be doing two giveaways, right? The regular budget banger giveaway for everybody, and then the second one, which is for the members. So if you're a member, theoretically you could win 2 knives on that night. So we do that. Usually it's above $100, something definitely above a budget banger, something that I hope you would like to receive or give as a gift, right? So thank you, thank you. And if you're interested, how do I become a member? How do I become part of that? I love the sticker. I'd love to get a chance for the giveaway. I would love to get the emojis and exclusive content, all that good stuff. Check out the link down below in the description. I have 3 different tiers. Would love to have you. Please don't ever feel obligated. Do it because you want to. But if you do, if you genuinely want to, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Just want you to know that. All right. If you haven't already, check me out on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.